Hi, my name is Heba, and today me and my friends Fatma and Gersha are going to talk about digital footprints. Next slide. A digital footprint is important because it has your personal information in it. And we know you wouldn't like it if someone you don't know just changes everything in your document, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, or anything else you have. So you should never give out personal information about yourself. This is Gershan. Come near the mic. Digital footprint safety. You should always log out of your account, because if you don't log out of your account, sometimes somebody could hack into your account. And another thing is that sometimes people are watching you.
The internet is a big part of our life, but how much of your life are you revealing to strangers without even knowing it? On your site, consumer reporter Jen Strackman shows you how companies track you online.
We put an average computer user to the test to see if someone who didn't know her would find enough information to steal her identity just by analyzing her online habits. Flashing images, pop-up advertisements, and sites that remember who you are without logging in. They all make browsing easy, but this technology is doing more than meets the eye.
It's absolutely tough to surf anonymously, privately, and securely.
When you click on a site or type something online, that information is tracked by businesses.
What is a little big brother like or big sister like?
Companies use a tracking device called a cookie to keep tabs on you. It's a tremendous tool for advertising, but it's also a tool that can put your family at risk.
Is this your daughter's name and grade?
Yes.
Roughly, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Celeste Asman thought she was taking the right steps to protect her daughter's privacy, but these security consultants know her daughter's school and homeroom teacher's name.
That I find very troublesome.
Celeste doesn't know the forensics team at Secure State, but they knew all about her. With her permission, Secure State analyzed her computer internet files to see if she's leaving behind a digital footprint after she's done browsing the internet.
Pretty much I went through almost everything you did and saw what kind of information you provide to websites.
The information you provide during browsing is saved in a dozen locations on your computer. Secure State found little bits of information all over, then pieced it all together to form a profile.
Is this where you work and generally your position? Age-ish approximate?
Yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, get my weight in there too.
Not quite, but Celeste's internet files revealed her age, address, unlisted phone number, her husband's name and activities he likes, and the car they just bought. But that's nothing compared to this.
Are those two one of your socials or social of someone in your family?
Yes.
A social security number is all you need to steal someone's identity, but it gets worse.
And his username and password for...
So, this actually talks about why you shouldn't put your password, tell people, don't tell your username to him, to be careful about it. When or where would you use a digital footprint? You would use a digital footprint on websites like YouTube, Facebook, or Twitter, and other websites on the internet.
Stop! Geez, Billy, you have to be careful when chatting online. Never give out personal information like your address, where you go to school, or phone number. You never know who you might be talking to.
to use a digital footprint, why don't you watch the video?
It's unrealistic to think that students won't have social networking pages or buy products and services online and trust their friends. But you can't be smart about it. Avoid using your full real name, your real address, and your real job location. Your friends can find you, but so can a stalker. And never post your date of birth, social security number, or driver's license number. Also, don't chat or IM with anyone you don't know in real life. Don't post your landline phone number because reverse lookup is way too easy. For that matter, don't post your email or blog addresses either. And remember that photos on the web live forever.
Well, I knew this girl who got drunk, and she did some things and people filmed it, and it got posted on the internet and it got sent out and stuff, and it basically, people's opinions about her changed a lot.
A lot of kids who had put pictures up of them at a party drinking, and apparently when the parents saw that, and they got in a lot of trouble. In fact, one of them, I think she was like going to Harvard or something. She lost her scholarship, so she couldn't even go to college. I mean, where she wanted to go.
And she lost a lot of trust with a lot of people, and she's had to build that up, and she's gotten really far, so.
They had said they were going to come to school and like harm a teacher, like with a gun or something. Like I have a lot of friends who put some status updates that their parents saw, and like lots of kids at school will be after school will be like smoking cigarettes, or they'll be. I mean, some kids will be like involved in like drug use, and sometimes they'll like post that stuff on their wall.
I do know one of my friends once got in trouble. They had a picture of them smoking on Facebook, and I guess they didn't realize that people can view your profile even if they're not your friend. And someone's parents saw it and alerted their parents, and they got in trouble for that.
An inappropriate social networking page can ruin your ability to rent an apartment when it's time to leave home. Since 9/11, everyone does background check.
My husband will be horrified.
Celeste's husband said the chat. Being silly can be fun, but remember, things you put on the net can float around for years and may come back to haunt you when people search for your name.
You're perfect for the job, Billy, but I can't hire someone who is obsessed with butts.
What can you do to protect your digital footprint? Never share your password, never give out personal information, and never chat online with someone you don't know. When chatting online, be careful what you tell to the person you chat with. You don't know who you talk to. The good things about a digital footprint. The good things you can do on a digital footprint is you can connect to your friends. Think before you act.
Have a seat real quick. Have a seat because we need to go over this. Okay. Because the thing is, I'm going to just start with what you need to work on because you guys never looked at the audience, right? You had your back to us and the whole time you were reading. And the whole point was, I don't want you to read the Prezi. I want you to give a presentation to us and speak to the audience. And you guys didn't do that. And that's going to come with rehearsal, and you have to practice more. It just looked like you guys weren't organized, right? And you can see that you weren't organized, and there's too much little silent talking to get organized and all that, and we never turned our back to the audience, right? And it's important that you realize what you're doing, right? You're trying to keep us engaged, and you guys didn't do that. You have a good Prezi, right? And you have good information in there, but you don't need to read it to us. You need to present it. Don't read it to us, present it. Right? It's very important. The projection of the voice, that's another thing. There is no projection of the voice. So not only do you have your back to us, which is harder, you have this part of us. Can you close that door, Archie? And then you have our back to us, and then you're not projecting your voice, so it makes it even harder for us to hear, right? So that's something you really have to work on, is to organize, stick to the script, because you guys had a script during rehearsal, but you didn't stick to it. You depended too much on the Prezi. And the Prezi is not there to read. It's there to help with your presentation, and that's it, right? And you have to look at the audience, right? You have to, and you guys didn't do that, right? Some of you were standing right in the middle, and you were blocking the view of what was on the screen, right? And that didn't make sense either, right? So you have to think things out, right? You have to be aware of what you're doing and who you're speaking to and what you're trying to accomplish, right? Make sure you remember that. Okay, I'm going to save this. This will be your